ladies, so today I'm going to be doing a Kim Kardashian smoky eye holiday look for you. And I got this idea, first of all, from just winter. In the winter we tend to wear a lot deeper of eyes, so this look kind of is the perfect smoky eye for that. I also got inspiration from this NYX palette. This is the Winter in Moscow palette, and I got quite a few requests to use this palette in a video, so I've decided to do this tutorial using this palette. I also used a few colors from this Slake Storm palette because the problem with this palette is it really only has dark colors and it doesn't have a ton of warm colors at all. So to really warm up a smoky eye, I really like to use browns as bases. For the most part, I stuck to this palette, and I even used my cheek color from this palette. So this was my inspiration, and of course the Kardashians were my inspiration. I've kind of been obsessed with keeping up with Kardashians lately. I was never into it before, but I've been watching it almost nonstop for the last 2 days, and I'm addicted. So this look was inspired by their smoky eye, and I decided to do 2 looks in this one video, so that's why it's a little bit longer. The first one is a daytime smoky look, and that's going to be the first half of this video, showing you how to achieve a really pretty daytime smoky look that's deep and dramatic but not too deep for daytime. And then the second half is going to be how you can take that daytime look and just add some dark cool eyeliner and some black eyeshadow and a little bit of heavier browns to create this look that I'm wearing right now, which is perfect for an after work holiday party, or if you're going out with your girlfriends after work or on a date night. This eye is perfect for that. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you'd like to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So the first thing you want to do is obviously apply your foundation. I've already done that. If you'd like to see my foundation routine, I will link it down below. After that, you want to prime your eyes. So I'm going to be applying Painterly, which is a paint pot by MAC. It's just a neutral skin color, kind of looks like a concealer. And I'm just going to apply that, not too much, right all over the lids. The next thing you want to do is you want to set that primer. So I'm just taking a powder. This one is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It's almost gone though, I have to get a new one. And you just want to put a thin layer of powder right over that primer. So the key to keeping your eye makeup on all day is to apply concealer on your eyelid first when you're doing your foundation routine. Then you'll want to apply a powder over top of the concealer. Then you want to apply your primer, and then you want to set the primer with a powder. And that really helps keep your makeup on all day. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to take a white. This is the white that comes with the NYX palette, and I'm going to highlight first just so I can blend the highlight out later. And I'm just highlighting right underneath my brow bone and on the inner tear duct of both eyes. Next, you want to take any matte skin color. I'm going to take this one right here. It's from the Slake palette, the Storm Slake palette. And you're just going to put that all over the lid. You want to give a warm base to your eyes because smoky eyes can be very cold with all the grays and the blacks. So you want to give it a little bit of warmth by adding a beige undertone to it. So next I'm going to take a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take this dark brown. It's also from the Sleek palette. That's one thing about the NYX palette that it doesn't have. It doesn't really have any warm colors at all. So you really have to go elsewhere for your browns, and then for your grays and blacks, you can just strictly stay true to the palette. I'm just taking that dark brown and I am removing any excess on the brush. You don't want a lot on the brush at all. And you just want to start in the outer corner. And you want to work that color into the crease. So now we're going to go into our blacks and our grays from this palette. And I'm going to take this softer gray. It's right up here. It's got a little bit of warm tones in it. And I'm going to work this into the crease but closer to the lid, so it's a little closer down. Right underneath that brown, mixing it right into the brown. So now we have the base to our smoky eye, and you can leave it just the way it is. Apply a black eyeliner, a few layers of dark mascara, and you are out the door. You can also add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more smokiness to it for daytime. So to do that, I'm just taking one of these angled brushes and I'm going back into this palette and I'm just gonna go into this darker gray. It's this one right above the black. And again, you can see compared to the black, it looks almost brown. So I'm taking that on that angled brush and I'm going right along the lash line. So there's that color now that I added that gray to the lash line. And as you saw while I did that, it's just really a lot of blending it up, blending it into the lid. Once you have it that way, you just want to take any brush. You could take a fluffy brush, you could take any brush really. Go in with a light color that's more champagne-y, not too light, because you're just gonna put this right on the middle of the lid and it's just gonna give it a bit of an iridescence and lighten up that middle there. Then you want to go back in with that white on a smaller brush and get right into that inner corner, blend it in. So that's all lightened up, and make sure that you redo the white right on top and blend it down. So this is your daytime smoky look, and the only thing I would add to really smoke it up and to finish off the look is a light bit of black eyeliner. I would do that on the top, I would do it on the bottom, and I would apply a few layers of really thick mascara. None of the colors are too dark, but all together they give a very dramatic look to the eye, but not so dramatic that you couldn't wear it for daytime. So now I'm going to show you how you can make this look fantastic for a night out. So first thing we're going to do to make it a nighttime look is we're going to take our black eyeliner. You really want a smudge liner, anything that'll really smudge easily. Kohl eyeliners do that pretty well. This one's by Annabelle. I've showed it in so many of my videos. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to do a really thick line of liner on the very top. Next I'm going to take one of these small little angled brushes. I pretty much use this only to apply black onto my lash line to seal in the color. And I'm going to go in with this black, the black that comes with this NYX palette. Make sure to get off any excess. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to start to place this right over this color. Instead of patting it along like I would normally do, I'm going to drag it along. And that's going to really allow this color to smoke out. Next I'm going to go in with a softer brush and I am just going to, in little circular motions, go over this liner. So next I'm going to take a soft brown. I'm going to use the same brown that I used right at the beginning in the crease. Go into that same small little brush and I'm going to fade this black into the crease color. Next I'm going to go in with a big blending brush and I'm going to take a brown again. I'm going to take a lighter brown. I'm going to go in with that exact same sandy color that I used right at the beginning, and I'm going to go into the crease and make sure that that sandy color is prominent. Again, this is going to warm up that eye. And it's going to lighten everything up right up top. Okay guys, the next step you want to do is you want to take that same black eye kohl and you want to line your bottom and your top waterline. So I've already done that because it's kind of a gross thing to watch people do. I really hate watching people do that. And next I'm going to be taking my powder. Again, I have none of this left. I've completely hit pan. But I'm taking whatever I can scrape out and just wiping it right underneath my eye. It will help get rid of any of the fallout. So next I'm taking this same small brush. We're almost done. This brush, by the way, is the e.l.f. Professional Lip Defining Brush, and it's probably my most used brush and the brush I like the most. I obviously use it for eyes. I don't use it for my lips, but I just really, really love it because it's so small and so fluffy and it can get right into the spots. That's kind of harder to get with a big flat shader brush. So I'm taking some of this sand color that we originally put all over the lid, very, very light color, and I'm sweeping this right underneath my eye. And then I'm going to take this NYX eyeshadow palette and I'm going to go in. This is the color that we were using pretty heavily, this dark gray. I'm going to use the color right above. It's the exact same gray, it's just slightly lighter. And when you're doing this under the eye, you really don't need it to be too dark. So I'm going to take this color and I'm just going to smoke it right underneath the lash line. So if you curl your lashes, this is the time to do it. I don't need to curl my lashes, so I'm just going to be applying 2 really thick coats of my MAC Opulash in Optimum Black. The last step for the eyes is the eyebrows. So I'm using this Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner, and this is in the color Pewter, which is like a very, very light black. And I like it because it's a gray, so it works really, really well with my dark hair. And you can just use little strokes, and because it's a lighter pencil, you're not going to get any dark smears anywhere. So that's it with the eyes. It kind of takes a little bit longer to do a smoky eye than it would to just kind of put a shimmery color and a darker lip. But as I showed you, if you're going to wear this look during the day, you can easily smoke it out into a darker black with darker grays at night, and it doesn't take as much time at all. So now I'm just going to be applying a really quick blush. I'm going to be using this NYX palette again, and I'm going to apply the lighter blush. Light pinks look really, really good with blacks and grays, so this will look really great. I'm going to be taking my lip butter, my Revlon lip butter, and this is in Strawberry Shortcake. And I'm going to apply this all over the lips. And I'm going to be applying my Maybelline, is it Maybelline or is it CoverGirl? I don't even know what this is anymore, but it's one of the fruit spritzers in Guava Splash. You can find them. They've changed the packaging. I think it's Maybelline. Pretty sure it's Maybelline. Just taking a little bit of that on my finger and patting it on my lips. And so that's it for this Kardashian holiday smoky eye. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Comment down below if you liked this video or if you have any requests for future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!